Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, a game we'll probably never lose at again for the rest of our lives. Literally started the episode, and then 1 millisecond later we got a Skype message. I will respond to that. I looked at it. It's not relevant for the time being. What do we got here? Speed's fine, damage is good, luck's good, rate of fire's good, HP is bad, XKPE 2JD0. Man, remember when we used to use this? Those were the days. I like the screen. It now dawned on me how much it lies to you. 9 rate of fire is above average, and it shows up as a 1. Okay, sure, whatever you say. So it's a really, really good run, statistically. The one caveat there is our HP is bad. We also have some good utility. Like, as you can see, we're picking up money here because of the fact that we have Head of the Keeper. That's going to pay dividends for us throughout the entire run, unless we get a tier effect that supersedes it. But for now, we're going to be very happy, and especially we're particularly happy because as long as we get keys, this will make the shop easier to get to. Making the shop easier to get to will give us a better opportunity to buy Spirit Hearts. Ooh, it's a little dangerous, and we can keep ourselves going until things get truly heinous. It's a good start, but let's not get too overconfident yet. Because the last run started... Oh, that was bad. Started dubiously. It's a decent item. Started dubiously, and then very quickly got amazing. This run... Help. Stop buying at me. I wouldn't say that it started amazing, but it's starting pretty solid. But could very quickly, especially with this level of HP, descend into terribleness. We'll see, though. Trying to shoot these, because even 1 extra Spirit Heart early would mean a lot. 1 HP upgrade from the boss, either on this floor or the next floor, if we're lucky enough to live that long. And we should, but I want to describe it as luck anyway, to seem as deferential as possible, and thus not act like we're guaranteed to get down that far. You know, I think that's part of winning. Part of winning is pretending like there's a decent chance you're going to lose. It's not, the secret room will not be adjacent to the cursed room there. There we go. 1 extra Spirit Heart. Drastically improves our chances for survival. I know what you're going to suggest here. And I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about that cursed room. I'm also thinking about Diplopia. And as soon as I get this item, usually your brain goes like, oh my god. Think of all the amazing things we can do with Diplopia if we carry it to boss rush, or if we carry it to... you know, a deal with the devil with 3 items. But I'm thinking, like, what if this guy gives me an HP upgrade? Oh, that's real bad. Do you just Diplopia it? And then rely on that HP to carry you? Or do you roll the dice, maybe try to get a free deal with the devil on the next floor? I think you roll the dice. And I'm not 100% confident in it, but I think you roll the dice. And I'd not go to the cursed room. The cursed room just seems a little too dangerous for me right now. Go give this guy a chance, because we would really like the speed upgrade, honestly. I'm going to play you a lot. I'm going to play you till I get down to 5 cents, I think, because we want a lot of stuff. First off, that just saved us maybe not being able to get to our item room, or alternatively, oh, that's also so good. We can now use our, if we get 1 key, we can use it to go to the shop instead. That's not good enough, but still, this turned out very well. Oh, it's Mom's Knife, sure. So I am going to take Mom's Knife, and the reason I'm going to take Mom's Knife is because it's very good, and I've been playing this game for 10 years, and I'm done giving myself arbitrary rules that, in the whole scheme of things, only serve to make me more likely to lose. I'm trying to zany new philosophy. It's the idea that a little zane can happen on a run, even if you do have Mom's Knife. I'm happy to see it. I'm happy the streak is worth it to me at this point. Let's make our way to what I assume is very likely to be our boss fight, and we might be off to the races. I got a little dit. That's me getting a ticker tape. Let's be honest, I have no idea what that is. And it's saying NL, be careful, because you're in hubris range. And you ain't kidding. We are in hubris range. But everything's coming up roses right now. You know, that was an extremely good deal with the devil. We now have Dark Bum. and sin robes. We don't need sin robes. Wow, that's really good. Who needs to play the blood bank if you can just get a blood bag from, well, I mean, I guess we can get another one. You can get a blood bag from a golden chest just randomly, but, ooh, that's probably a library. Yeah, this, to be honest, I've recorded, I said it as if it's some kind of like terrible admission. I've recorded this Isaac episode. And 2 other Isaac episodes today. I'm very ashamed. No, but this is my 3rd Isaac episode today, and I'm getting like unrealistically lucky. Like every run has just popped out of control for some reason. Sure. Pop it. You know, like it's kind of the most boring approach to take on this run. And we're not getting Bookworm, which I was kind of hopeful for, but you know, we can't lose now. I think it's unlosable. It's an unlosable situation. I think I've asked this exact question before, but I was reminded last night of this question. It's a classic pseudo NLSS bit, in my opinion. What constitutes an appetizer at a restaurant? You know, and again, I'll give you the brief breakdown. In North America, and maybe in other parts of the world, but I know that some people from Europe were confused. An appetizer is something you might order. It's often called a starter at some restaurants here now, but appetizer, I would say, is still probably more commonly used as a nomenclatural device. And then your main dish is called an entree. I know that sounds ridiculous because entree means starter, but just go with it, okay? That's how we do things in North America. It's a little fuzzy. We figure it out. You get used to it. And Kate and I, we went out last night. She was busy until like 10. And yeah, we live a late lifestyle, okay? Deal with it. It's called fashion, sweetie. Look it up. So we're like, okay, let's go out for dinner. We went to this place, and they were like, it's late night, so we only have appetizers. And then I look at the appetizers. French fries, fish tacos, pizzas. There was a curry with rice, chicken wings. I was like, these are not appetizers. First off, thank you for having such a robust appetizer menu, because it means I can have like a pseudo-normal meal here. But at the same time, how is this an appetizer? How is it, you're gonna be like, hey, you're going out with your coworkers for happy hour. What do you guys want to start with? Oh, I was thinking, you know, we could all share a chicken curry. Is that a common thing that happens? It might be. It was an Irish pub, so, you know, it's very exotic. It's ethnic food up here. I'm just joking. Really, like, every pub, more or less, up here is an Irish pub. And by Irish, I mean it's some kind of, like, amalgamation of British, Irish, Scottish, Canadian, and American. Maybe a little bit of German thrown in there as well. I was like, yeah, I was thinking to start the meal, I would have a whole pizza. Or maybe I'll get a pizza and my friend and I can split it, and then after that I'll have an entire entree. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think we're taking liberties with the appetizer formula. What's an appetizer to me? I think like papadom. I know it maybe seems like I'm being a little bit ridiculous there. I'm not trying to suggest a food that probably would not commonly be found at an Irish pub. I'm just like, papadom's a good appetizer. Light, fluffy, gets you ready for the meal. I really don't buy the idea that an appetizer gets you ready for the meal. What I do like is I enjoy eating food. So whenever people are like, do you want to get an appetizer? I'm like, you're twisting my arm. Sure. Okay, Guppy. I guess we don't even really want Guppy that badly. We do want Bookworm. What do you got for me? I hate that, but I knew it was fairly likely to occur, so. Everything about this is great, by the way. You don't need me to tell you that. We got Bookworm. We got a Guppy item that may or may not prove to be relevant, but if you're getting a Guppy item that you don't know if it's going to work for you or not, it's not the worst one to get. Spirit Heart's still rolling strong. Did we find our item room and decide we don't like it? No, it's right here. Little Gish is just okay. This is probably the luckiest day I've had for Isaac runs in like At least a couple of months. This is outrageous. I didn't even see there was a tinted rock there. Let's go for it. Another spirit heart added to the pile. Another appetizer. I don't know, something shareable, like vegetables and dip or something like that. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm 50 years old bringing orange slices to the kids' soccer game or something like that, but I just dispute. Nachos, you know, sure. Could take it as an entree if you're feeling particularly collegiate. But you could get some nachos, split it with like 4 or 5 people, and then also have a meal on top of that, I suppose. Just when, if the appetizer has a side, that's when I start to think that we're taking this to the extreme, you know? Or my favorite is when on the appetizer menu there's a flatbread, and I'm like, that's just the way to get people to eat half of a pizza before their meal comes. Don't get me wrong, I'm wise to your game, and I'm happy to be a player. But at the same time, you're not pulling the wool over my eyes. I'm deliberately, you know, choosing to be a part of your scheme. That's my opinion on it, at least. Give me an appetizer over a dessert any day of the week, though. I'll take a soup over a souffle. Absolutely. I'll take a sea bream over an iced cream. I'll take a ceviche over a chocolate cake. No doubt about it. Are You a Wizard could not be less relevant. So we have a shop, of course. Joker? I'm gonna pop it. Oh, and I'm to some extent happy I did, even though I can't see our HP. I know that we're probably fine, so you know what? Sock that to me as well. And we know there's a library back up here, which is just ridiculous. Now, I don't even like the Little Harbinger, 7 Seals, whatever the heck it's called. Oh, no. Okay. We have Ipecac, so as long as our HP is held, we should be fine. 48 damage, 22 rate of fire. Let's go. I told you could still be zany with Mom's Knife. All you have to do is completely get rid of it. And we still have 9 lives. That's right. So I'm really actually very glad I popped the Joker card. This might... Oh my god, we're immune to explosions. This is incredible. This is the rare run that might actually be stronger than the Mom's Knife reroll we started with. Yeah, HP is good. Oh my lord. Sorry, HP as well. Of course, that's what I mean. HP Lovecraft. The inventor of the inkjet printer. HP Lovecraft. I don't want to be the 500th guy to make this joke. Oh my god, we got Small Rock. We must have Empty Vessel as well. I don't want to be the 500th guy to make this joke, but the longer that the joke stays relevant, the funnier I think it gets. How on earth do we have private corporations sending rockets into space that can then land on a launch pad and be reused, and we still can't make like a printer that functions properly the majority of the time? I understand more than most people, I think, the complexities of a printer job. You know, building a spooling stack and etc., a priority queue. Yet at the same time, we've solved so many problems in our lives as human beings. You'd think that the Götterdämmerung would not be printing something out on a piece of paper. You know, from a text document or something. I understand it's probably not that easy. I used to work in an office. I'm like the guy who went to Australia once and then calls everybody mate for the rest of his life, except it's that 1 year I worked in an office when I wasn't a teacher. Because I worked in an office as well for a year as a teacher, but that's a different situation, okay? I'm still grounded in normal life to some extent. But, I worked there 2 summers, I should say. I had, at least 5 or 6 interactions with the printer repair person. And, like, that just seems like, at some point, don't you start to get suspicious? If your printer breaks once every 2 months and needs some servicing, at what point do you start to be like, hey, brother? The printing corporation is literally called brother. I'm not assuming an overly familiar sense of nomenclature with the person that came to the building. I'm just saying. Hello, Brother Corporation. Could you stop making garbage? What scares me, though, is not that, you know, that it's garbage, but that maybe that's the best printer out there on the market. You know, it's a good company. I'm assuming they did their research before they purchased a printer. Really makes you think. No? So why even take the shovel? 2 words for you. No, 2 words for you. Boss Rush. Hopefully we can get a better spacebar item on Boss Rush. Justice. And then use that to our own advantage. You know what? See you later. We can steal something from Boss Rush easily with the shovel, and like, this is out of control. You know what I love about this run is that I also have like the plausible deniability. Pardon me, a little lunchtime renaissance there. What a strange way to refer to a burp. The lunchtime renaissance. Do you want to get lunch at the Renaissance today? That's trying to do that Bach concerto, but, you know, with a belch. Not a good idea, but a bit that I think very much encapsulates what my brand is, which is high-class slobbery. I have plausible deniability, is what I was gonna say. Nobody can accuse me of trying to rush this run down, because after we got Mom's knife, we willfully gave it up. We're like Samwise Gamgee. We put on the One Ring, took it off, gave it to Frodo, knowing the risks, the trials and tribulations involved in it. We willfully took them up on their offer. And then we gave the ring up. We're stronger than Isildur. And, you know, it just so happens we were very handsomely rewarded with a run that, like, is even better. Still alive up here? Still alive up here. But, you know, I can't be held responsible for that, can I? Ooh. So, I will take this. And we're now Guppy. Goodbye, shovel. I don't need you anymore. And we don't need any of these. Red chests are now more or less liable to be useless for us. I want to point out something incredible here, which is that, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we have 50 damage. So each one of our flies is going to be, like, among the strongest flies I've ever seen in my entire life. 48 damage is getting up there into a range of, like, damage that is almost never seen. Now, our rate of fire is, we have to, and it kills me. But we'll still be Guppy after the reroll. Alright, so forget everything I just said. Now we have no idea where this run is going to go. Howard Shore, y'all. I mean, I don't really want to do this, because now that we have missing, though, it's just an item that's going to be rerolled into something else, so I don't really care what I grab. Now, I will expect... Monstrose Lung? No, Triple Brim. I will expect that, you know, because we have the Guppy transformation, we got a really great chance to continue to be strong, essentially, for life. But, obviously, you know, it throws a little bit of a monkey wrench into the mix. We already have Bookworm. Don't need it again. So what we're going to do is grab Black Rune. Try that. We got a 19 rate of fire increase for that. Why? And it was temporary, right? For using a rune? I don't know. That's very strange. So our flies, I mean, we're still doing 10 damage. Flies not as good as they used to be, but still pretty solid. And, you know, I got enough of them to go around. So we're gonna stack these up. Hopefully they don't get rerolled when we go down to the next floor. God, I hate this room. fast enough and we can fly, so it didn't turn out that bad, but it could have turned out badly. And now I'm mostly salty we're missing out on Goat Head, dude. We could have picked up a bunch of Deal with the Devil items and then immediately rerolled them into something else we have no concept of. Okay, Tech X. Usually Tech X means you are, you know, guaranteed to stomp. I think it synergizes well with Guppy. Other items that synergize well with Guppy? Oh, have you heard of essentially every other item in the entire game? They have a tendency to be pretty solid, I think. Now, if I was really Samwise Gamgee, I would fight Hush. And you know what? I'm gonna. I haven't fought him yet today. We've had some very good runs. It just feels right. But it could turn out to... Stop? It could turn out terribly, I'll admit. But for now, I'm a believer. You know what I'm doing accidentally here is... I forgot, or rather was not cognizant of the fact that we had Stompy. Oh my god, our rate of fire. Do we have like aura? Like purity, and then our rate of fire turned to trash when I lost it or something? Okay, Deal with the Devil. No, I'm not going to Delirium. Not yet, anyway. Bit of a waste of time. But here we go. So this is very dangerous. Extremely do not recommend doing this at home. Don't try this at home. The men you see are trained professionals. This seems okay. Maybe. Give me Midas Touch. And then peep this. Really, we just want things that make it easier for us immediately, so we'll take a little dirty. Got some Spirit Arts should we live. The stars is not really what we're looking for. And we definitely do not want to lose Guppy's head. Magician, I think, we'll be content with. Sure. Sure, yeah. Let's give it a shot. Maybe we got sad bombs? We got quick bombs, not sad bombs. Main thing I'm relying on right here, little Guppy dreams. Our damage is good. Our rate of fire is horrendous. But dude, oh, we have booger tears. Okay, so just through the law of large numbers, we can stack up like a decent amount of damage from booger tears. I'm not saying we can coast on it, but we can do something with that. Now this would be a big win for team confidence, because this is certainly, to the best of my knowledge here, the worst run that we have had since starting our rerolls with missing no. So to come out with a W here would be worth something. We have a pretty horrendous build for taking out super armor. Oh, we have Continuum. That's what's happening there. But as long as these shots... I didn't think the shots remained stuck to him, honestly. But as long as they do... You know, I don't know if they help us generate flies, but the incremental damage they're doing has got to be helping out at least a little bit. Please don't disappear. Just keep stacking them. I mean, we're getting a lot more damage done more quickly than expected lately. So I would say we haven't really found things getting too tense yet. He's about 2/3 dead. It's pretty much 100% Booger Tears doing a great job right now. Please keep it up. Just a little bit more. I feel under attack right now. But we made it work. Alright, I think we're gonna be set. And dude, he's taking the Booger Tears with him. I mean, I'm gonna want those. Could I get these packed up to go, please? I haven't even finished my starters yet. Let's go. That was actually really, really good. Now, we could still roll into a pretty terrible run, but I totally Samwise Gamgee'd this. You know, in the Plains of Denethor, we have... Look, I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movies. I read all 3 of the books and The Hobbit before the Fellowship of the Ring came out because I had a lot of time. I'm not saying it's not worth reading or watching the movies. I'm just saying that that period of my life, it was a long time ago, and I've forgotten it to some extent. Balls of steel. There's sad bombs? No sad bombs. So, oh, but the greatest Monstro's Lung of all time? So I'm gonna finish this floor extremely quickly. And then we'll see what we have for our penultimate floor. And that's right, I did say penultimate because I'm planning on going to the void if given the opportunity. That's just the kind of guy I am. What do we have? I'm not taking Strange Attractor. Originally, I was like, yeah, why not? We're probably stacked, right? We are not stacked. What is this? Shots this small feel like soy milk to me. But like, why is the range so bad? Do we have like soy milk proptosis? Don't even get me started on Tiny Planet. Oh lord. Tiny Planet Firemind. Not a great combination, to be honest with you. But if we can do this, we can do anything, man. Please stop. I don't know why, like, occasionally... Oh, you know what? We must have... Yeah, we do have varicose veins. Because when we get hit, we create, like, 1,000 flies. Which means, as backwards as it probably seems, the best way and the safest way to kill these enemies might be to get hit. Because the damage that comes from a varicose veins is huge. I think largely due to, like, static tears, or... Yeah, it must be static tears. It's not Jacob's Ladder. This is a weird one. Like, look at that. It's beautiful watching all those flies descend on the boss and just destroy him. I have to. I have to. I promised. Before I go, remember me. I have to peep this, because, sure, just toss it, dude. Now, I will say, I shouldn't be complaining too hard. The odds are we're probably going to end up with a much better run than we just had. Ooh, that was almost a conspiracy theory. What do we get? Fun guy. Avoid. Alright, this seems potentially horrendous. We have Nod Leaf, though. Okay, so let's start with, sensible rooms. All I want is immunity to explosions. Oh my god, we don't know what our HP looks like either. I don't think we have immunity to explosions. But we might. And for now, we're crushing it, right? Like, enemies are dying real quick. I'm not taking that. And if you want to, you know, compare the size of our Zanes, you just let me know where to meet you and what kind of prize you're offering when you lose. Because I zaned this one up, okay? I really don't like seeing that we can pick up red hearts. Stay away from me. Oh. What is happening? Why are you not taking any more damage? Am I losing it? I'm just running, man. He's almost dead. I have to imagine if he gets caught in the wrong kind of tier effect, he's gonna feel the pain. The only complaint I have right now is I'd really like to know what our HP is at. Because then, if we get an odd leaf, I can just stand still and run the whole freaking NLSS. But I'm not willing to go down that road yet. Red heart. We grabbed it. We got some lifesteal. He's dead. Don't get hit by your own tier. Whoo! I have no idea how much HP we had, but how's about that? I really didn't expect that to be Delirium. Hey, thanks for watching. We're still winning. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.